minutes, or should we start with the session?
No, we can start. Maybe Shakir can see if he's able to access his mic and everything. Are you able to speak, Shakir?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep,
Yep.
yep, you're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
and to share this,
Now Anusha is sharing, so once she will stop, then you will be able to share your screen.
sure, okay.
We are good. We can start, Anusha.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today for Indore Meetup group, which is the topic is about Agentforce connector Mule for integration with Salesforce agents. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday, and we are looking forward to having a interactive and insightful conversation today. It would be great if you can ask your questions or whatever that you want to discuss. Before we start, we have safe harbor statement. Both the speakers and the host are organizing this meetup in individual capacity. We are not representing our companies here. This presentation is strictly for learning purposes, and organizer presenter do not hold any responsibility that same solution will work for you or for your business requirements. This presentation is not meant for any promotional activities. Housekeeping rules. Recording of this meetup will be uploaded in the events page in next 24 hours or 48 hours. You can ask your questions through chat, and also you can unmute yourself and ask your questions. Let's make it more interactive. That way, like we can all learn a lot and give us feedback. Rate this session after the meetup. We'll be sending out a feedback form, and it would be great if you can provide us a feedback so we can come up with better topics to present. Um, okay, I would like to introduce myself. I'm one of the organizers, and I'm Anusha Kandade. I'm currently a student at Cornell Tech. I'm a MuleSoft mentor and a meetup leader for Indore Group, and I also am a meetup speaker. I have total 5+ years of experience in corporate and 4+ in MuleSoft. Basically, I was with SAP PIPO integration platform and then moved to MuleSoft. I'm a certified MuleSoft developer level 1 and level 2, and I'm a certified MuleSoft platform architect. So these are my Medium and LinkedIn handles. If you want to reach out regarding the meetup or any technical questions that you have, would be happy to help. Um, okay, over to you, Shakir. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Anusha. So, hi everyone. So, I'm Mohammed Shakir, and I'm working as a technical consultant at Salesforce. So, I started my journey as a MuleSoft developer, and it's been like 4+ years now. So, I've worked with multiple domains across different, for example, banking, logistics, healthcare. So much more, many things to learn, different explore different connectors, and I'm also certified platform architect and MuleSoft certified developer, and now also exploring Agentforce, and I've also got my champions and innovator badge as well. And yes, so yeah, looking forward to forward for this session. And if you have any doubts or anything, just put it in the chat, or you can just raise your hand. Yeah, that's about me.
Thank you, Shakir. Okay, yeah, we can start with agenda, I guess. I just want to give agenda alone and hand it over to you, Shakir. So we'll be discussing about Agentforce basics. What is Agentforce and how is it like involved in the current topic that we'll be discussing about, and development life cycle, understanding Agentforce connector in MuleSoft. We have a demo of two use cases that Shakir will be presenting, and we have question and answer session after the discussion. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Shakir.
Yeah. Okay, so hi everyone. So let's get started. So firstly, what is an agent force? So before I get into agent force, I just wanted to ask you, like, earlier when we think about the robots, we normally thought like, okay, robots would do multiple tasks, right from, maybe cooking a dish, or, listing down all the things that needs to be done on the weekends, or any set of tasks that if you have to go from one place to another, we think robot would do all those things. But now in this agentic era, we have something called as agent force. So what exactly is an agent force? It will put all your AI agents. So these are not just AI agents; these are autonomous agents which will deal with all your tasks. So if it understands your business, so starting from the lead to creating an opportunity, so it will do all the tasks for you with multiple agents configured. So if I take an example of maybe booking a reservation, So if I create an agent which will book a reservation, so we can define multiple tasks or actions within that agent. For example, getting the list of the reservations, make check-in process, check-out process, getting all the amenities of the reservation. So these are the set of instructions or the actions that agent force can do. So overall, it will not just give you the response, instead it will take actions behind the scenes to give you, to automate your task, and it will make both internal and external users their work easier. So that's on the agent force. Next.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So yes. So yeah, what does agent force consist of? We need to understand these five aspects of the agent force. So firstly comes the role. So before we create an agent, we need to understand what should be the role of an agent force, what of an agent. So whenever we create an agent, so it can be any agent, as I mentioned, booking reservation or ticketing management or order management system. So we have to define a role for that agent, that okay, this is your purpose and you have to do this many tasks or these actions needs to be taken. So the role comes first. So we can have we can have an agent, and we can define a role, and we need to basically specify how this agent is going to uh, perform our actions. Next comes the knowledge. Yes, we need the data. It can be internal or external. So we need data. We need the accurate data so that we get the best quality output and the accurate responses. So without data, the agent would not do anything, right? So we need the data that can be stored internally in the Salesforce or any other systems. Yes. Now coming to the actions. Yes. So actions are the subtasks that which your agent is going to perform. As I mentioned, if I take an example of a ticket managing management system. So ticket management is a topic. So under that we can have multiple actions or the subtask. For example, if I want to get a venue details, so it can be an action. If I want to book a ticket, so that can be an action. Or if I if I want some other details about the venue or any ticket of the ticket, I can, even that can be defined an action. So we can define a list of actions for that particular agent. And yes, of course, we need guardrails. We have to secure our agent. We have to secure our prompts. So this internally is done by Einstein trust layer, which will it will secure our agent from uh, getting attacked by different resources. So these guardrails are important. And finally, when our agent is ready and tested, it can be deployed into multiple channels. So we can deploy our agent in Slack, we can deploy it in we can deploy it in website, and we have different multiple pipelines that our agent can be deployed and can be used. So both internal and external users can leverage this agent uh, you know f- uh, to that, so that they can get the benefit out of it. So yeah, these are the five things that we need to consider before we get started or creating an agent. Yeah, you can go to the next slide. Yeah. All right. So yeah, firstly, okay. So as we know that in this era, we have something called as prompt engineering, right? So the more accurate our prompt will be, the better the responses. So I'll just walk you through the prompt journey that this agent force deals with. So firstly, if you see on your left hand side, we have a prompt. So we normally give a prompt like, give me the details of this record, and we define a number. Like for example, if I want to get a record summary of a case record, so I can basically say that, okay, please provide the summary of the case, and I give that case number, right? So what happens is, we need to get the first comes your secure data retrieval, where we need to get the accurate and exact data. So when I say that, so suppose if my data is stored in Salesforce org, I have only I should be authorized to access my data. No other person should be authorized, so that I get my data, and then that data is used to create a prompt, right? Then comes your dynamic grounding. The more or the better quality your input is, so that you can get the high quality output. So it has to be grounded so that we get the better quality responses, and without any extra data or any extra lines. And yes, The third one is your data masking. So as we know that we cannot send any, it is not just directly sending the prompt to LLM. We need to mask our data. So what happens in masking is, suppose if I say, give me the details about my account number, and I mention my account number, right? So what it does is it tokenizes that particular value, and it will replace with a placeholder. So it will still maintain its context, but it is going to replace with a placeholder whenever it sends to a LLM. So that whatever sensitive information that we sent in a prompt, it is masked and it is not visible. Okay, but still it maintains the context of that particular prompt. Okay, then lastly we have one more secure layer, that is prompt defense. So when we give the prompt, we don't we add multiple instruction that, okay, we don't need any other information besides this. So if the instruction is defined to get the case record details, it should give me those many details. So other than that, we don't need any extra details. So on your right hand side, after secure gateway, you can see there's something called as zero data retention. So what does that mean? So normally whatever prompt we given, it is stored and then it is leveraged to understand and get the multiple responses. Here there is something called as zero data retention, which where whatever prompt we send, it will not be retained. So it is not stored in the LLM. So that is something you don't have to worry about your sensitive data that you sent in, and it will not be retained by the LLM. So this was on the request journey or the prompt journey. So now comes your response journey. As you can see, now we have sent the prompt, it is masked, and it is it is adhered to multiple rule sets. So now it's time to get the response back. So once we get the response, that is on the generation part. So we will identify the response. So when I say identify, we'll identify how our response is. For example, if it contains some of the violent statements, it is going to reject it. Or if it has some data which is not necessary, some very harmful content, then it is going to identify. So there is a scale from 0 to 1, where we say 1 as a more toxic statement. So that is how it is identified. And then we have data demasking. How we tokenize our prompt in data masking, it is now being de-tokenized, and we get the actual response. And finally, whatever steps are happening, whatever internal process are happening, we'll maintain an audit of that particular task or a prompt journey, and we'll get to know what is actually happening and how we can track of each of the prompts. So this is like the complete prompt journey, on how we send the prompt, how what are the sequence of steps that it goes through, and then finally we get a response. Yeah. So yeah, that's on the prompt journey. Next slide. All right. So yes, this slide is about Agentforce development lifecycle. Yes. So we have multiple, life cycle, the steps before we create our agent, and then test it, deploy, and monitor. So the first one is your ideate. Yes, we need to identify a use case. So we need to identify where our agents can be leveraged, right? We need to identify how we can impact by creating an agent. That's where the ideate comes in. Then comes the setup. We can create a setup. I mean, we can create an agent. So we can we can configure some of the internal configuration. We can create profiles. We can assign permission sets. We can set up a data cloud as well. And yes, those are in the setup part. So we have something called as Agentforce agent builder that we will leverage to create our agents, right? And thirdly, in the configure part, where we have prompts and instructions. So this is an important part. So what we have is, here we have topic, instructions, we have different settings that we can configure. So what is a topic? So topic is where you classify or categorize your agent, right? So as I mentioned, for example, ticket management system. So ticket management system is a topic, and under that we can have instructions, sorry, actions and instruction. So actions can be, booking a ticket, getting the venue details, and getting some other details related to the match or of that event. So those can be a set of actions, and under topics we define a set of instructions. So the more accurate your instructions are, the better results you will be getting as a response, right? So you have to define, you have to basically specify, you have to be very specific when you uh, give your topic or the instruction and actions. And actions can be defined in multiple ways. It can be an API, it can be a prompt. Yeah, it can be a prompt, it can be an API call, or it can be a flow as well, Salesforce flow. So once we have built our agent, then we come to test. So we can test our, we can validate with multiple use cases, how it behaves, what are the responses that we receive with different types of prompts and the actions. Yes, then we can deploy our agent to different channels. We have different messaging channels like Slack, as I mentioned. We can deploy it in our website. There are multiple things we can even leverage Agentforce connector as well to connect our agent, and we'll be able to interact with it. So that's where the deployment part comes in. And finally, the monitor. So monitor, we can analyze different logs, how it behaves, what are the responses, we can validate and you know audit the responses. We can get the feedback from different use cases. So that's where the analyze and the monitor part comes in. Yeah. Okay, any questions till now before I go to the connector part? Okay, maybe I'll take it as a no. So if you have any questions, just put it in the chat. Okay, so now let's go to the Agentforce connector. Yes, so MuleSoft has developed an Agentforce connector where we can connect our agents that are built in Salesforce in Anypoint Studio, from Anypoint Studio. So we have multiple operations within the connector. So I'll walk you through the different operations, the connector, and the configuration in the demo part. So yes, next slide. Yeah. So what? So I'll be walking you through this use cases. The first one is your general agent. So I have a topic created, and I'll be leveraging one of the inbuilt asset, that is something called as general CRM. So it will basically query your records, get the summary of the records. You can update the records. So it has set of actions that are predefined. So I'll be walking you through that. And the second one is called gameplay agent, where I have created a topic and I've given a set of instructions to it, that it is a word guess game, and we have to it will basically give us a hint as and when we give the word or we say the word. So for this particular agent, I have connected my Agentforce connector, and I'll walk you through also the connection part, the configuration details, the connected app thing, and just created a simple UI to just get the response in an audio format. So more into the demo session. So yeah. Okay, so let's get started to the demo. uh,
Sure. Maybe you can share your screen now. Sure.
yes, sure. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So yeah, before getting or setting up an agent, yes, there's a free developer org, and it has Agentforce features already enabled in it. You can go and sign up into the org, and you have to basically switch on some of the features before you see that agent force options into this platform. So I'll go to the setup, and the first thing that you have to do is you have to just search for Einstein setup, and you will see a toggle button. Just you first thing is you have to turn this on so that internally it enables multiple settings, so that we can create our agents, configure it. So once you create it, so I've already enabled it. So I would be able to see the Agentforce options here. So yeah, so this is the layout page where you can go and create an agent, and I have some of the agents already created. So I'll just show you how we can go ahead and create an agent, what are the different things involved in it, and then I'll go to the agents that I have configured. So you can click on this new agent button, and you can see either you can create from an inbuilt template, or you can create with GenAI. You just have to give the prompt here that what your agent has to do. So once you give it, you will be you will be given a you'll be taken to a next page where you have to define the role, you have to give a description, and so on, right? So we have agent for employee agent, then we have ASA, that is agent for service agent. So similarly, there are multiple agents that you can select and just go ahead. So for now, I'll just select this, and I'll go to this page where we have to select the topics. As you can see here, there are different topics already added by default. So case management, account management, reservation management. So there are multiple, and there are some general FAQ topic as well added into it. So you can either select this, keep it as it is, or you can deselect it by clicking on add it. So yes, so I'll just unclick everything, and I'll just go to the next step. And yes, this screen is very important. So here you give the name of an agent, then you give the description. So what your agent does, okay, how what are the things, or what are the actions it's going to perform. Then rules. You have to be very specific when you say when you define the role. So if I say that you have to book only the tickets, then it should do those tasks, right? So it has to handle customers, if it has to handle queries. So those things, if you define, you have to be very specific when you define the role. And you can give the company name, which your organization you are working, and you can select as a new agent user. So this is the steps that you have. So I'll just keep everything by default, and I'll just give like meetup. So you can anyway select any other data library or the data sources. So if this can be any external data, or any any sources that you can select and configure. So as of now, we won't be selecting anything, and I'll just hit on create. Yes. So yes, this is our agent builder, canvas. You can see here, I have not created any topics. There are no actions into it. So on your left hand side, you can click on this new. Either you can add an asset that is already inbuilt, and which will have multiple actions, or or if you want to create your own topic, your custom topic, you can go ahead and create that as well. Right, on your right hand side, there is a conversation preview channel. You can play with your agent. You can try out different use cases, different prompts. All right, and yes, within topics there are actions as well. So I'll walk you through the other agent that I've created. And on your left hand side also, you have multiple options. Like for example, if I go to this language, you can select the default language is English, but if you want multiple languages, you can definitely you can just select and just drag and drop it. And also event logs. So for every conversation, an event will be logged with the session ID. So you can get the details of those event logs here. And yes, we do have data library. As I mentioned, you can add data resources and get access to it. And yeah, there are some of the other concepts, like we can create variables, how we create variables in Fuse, right? So we have different variables that we can create, and we can leverage it. So I'll go to that agent that I've created. So this is called as general agent. Let me open this in agent builder. Yes, as you can see here, this is my canvas for this general agent. So my first topic is it's called general CRM, right? You can see these are some of the instructions that are related to this particular topic, right? If I can go through one or two, see, I have particularly mentioned that engages and interacts with the user about any request that could be CRM data related. So it will basically summarize your records, answer queries, aggregate data, and it will update your records, and so on. And so, and also I have defined some of the functions that needs to use whenever you query the records or get record details and so on. So there are multiple instructions that I have defined. And as I was mentioning, for this particular topic, there are these many actions, right? You can see there are get record details action, there are update record, identify record by a name. So these particular actions are created with different with different action templates. So if I can show you the action, what actions we can create, there is this option. So recently this agent action is exchange is being introduced, where you can just go and get that particular action and add it in your topics. So this is a custom one, create new action. You can go, and these are the set of templates that you can use. Either it can be an apex call, it can be an external API, we can create a flow as well, and yes, we have predictive model. And finally the prompt template, so you can create a prompt and you can add an action to it. And then or else there are some predefined actions that are already configured, you can use that and add it in a topic, right? So there are options for custom creation as well, or by default inbuilt there are multiple actions that are already configured. So okay, so now I hope everyone is clear with the topic and instructions and the actions part. So let's just try this, or let's test with this agent. So I'll just give a command saying hi. So this is a basic command that it says like, how can I assist you today? So I will say, so before that, let me just go to this case object, and I'll just pull one of this record, and I'll say provide me the contact name for the case, and I'll just mention the case number. Okay, let's see what response it provides. Yes, as you can see here, the contact name for the case number, that is Ashley James. And if I go here and check for the contact name, it is Ashley James, right? So let's go to this panel, which is here. So this is my prompt. Okay, this is the user prompt, it says. And yeah, it displays like what are the number of instruction and actions that I've configured. And as you can see here, it's an action that is being launched, that is called as identify record by name, right? So I have said like, based on this number I need to get the contact name, right? So it either a single action can be launched, or there can be multiple actions launched. So we can define a single action, and we can define an instruction telling, okay, this action should be launched whenever a user queries this, right? Or whenever a user provides this prompt, or there can be multiple actions that can execute at once, right? So yes, this is one action, that is identify record by name and then get record details. So it will get the record details and it will combine and give you the response, right? So let's try out one more uh, prompt. Provide the summary for the case. I'll give the same. Yes, as you can see here, it has given me the complete summary of this particular case. What it is titled as, when it was closed, what are the, what is the account it is linked to, the contact person, and other details, and the email as well. So everything it has given me, everything it has provided me with all the details. And if I have to go to one of this actions, so suppose if I say summarize the records, so I can go to this get query details, and this is how your action looks like. Okay, you give the action label, then you define the instruction to that action, and we have input and output section. This is basically like how our input should be, what is the input that user gives in, and how our output will be. So this is how you configure your agent, sorry, the action. And you can basically leverage and test it out with multiple actions that are already configured. So yes, this is on the so you can, this is an inbuilt one, you can go and try it out. So you can go and go to this topic actions, and you can go to this add from asset library, and then select one any of this if you want to try out. So if I select create case, and if I just click on finish, you can see here it will it's a flow, and it will add this action to my topic, and I can use this to create a case. Okay, so yeah, I mean, so this was on the basic agent for setup, and how we can play with the actions, topics, and the instructions. And yeah, I was just wanted to show you. Yeah, this is where you see the logs, right?
Uh,
So if I click
Shakir,
on this,
sorry to interrupt. We have question on chat. I just wanted to clarify.
yes, please.
Yeah, the question is, what does predictive model do? Seeing that as a new option.
Okay, in actions, right? So yeah, I think this is a new option that is being added. So if we have so we have a concept of bring your own model. So if you can see, thing is basically there is already a defined model, LLM model that is configured with this. But if you want to have your own model, this is a recent one that is being added. Earlier we only had these four options, but this is recently added in this action options. So you can have your own model, and you can add that and play around with it. So I have not tried this particular model, but yes, I hope that answers your question. Yep.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. All right. So okay, so this was on the first use case. So the second use case is on the gameplay agent. Let's cancel this. Okay, so yeah, all right. So let me just open it. Yeah, I'll just open it from here, and yes. So as you can see, this is a gameplay agent, and I'll open it in Builder. Yeah, this is the custom topic that I've created, something called as guess word. And if I go to guess word, I have defined a set of instructions, no actions defined into it. Okay, just using the instructions, I have created this agent. So what is the description? This topic, it's for assisting users in guessing a word based on the hint provided. Okay, and the scope is important here. So the role or the job of this agent is just to guess. The user has to guess a word, and your agent will keep on providing the hints, right? And I have added like 4 to 5 instructions. The first one is to greet the users, and ask if he wants to play a word guess game. And then if user asks like let's play a game, then provide him with an option, guess word game as an option, right? And once user keeps on providing the word, it will keep on giving the hints until it guesses the right word, right? So then we have I've also asked to keep the guess a word, that should be a very simple, and keep it as a secret. All right, so it will revolve around these instructions. So even if I give some other instruction or some other prompt, it will say that it's not able to provide me the solution, because that is required, because other than these instruction I don't need any other any other response that my agent to provide. So I'll just say that I want to play word guess game, right? Yes, so I'll just close this. You can see here that, yeah, you can see the response first of all. Oh, great, let's play a word guess game. I've thought of a simple word, start by making your first guess. So this is based on the instruction. So this is my prompt, okay, and this is an instruction, okay, it is being leveraged. And you can see here, based on that instruction, it is giving me the output, right? So I'll say like first word is apple. Okay. you can see here, good guess, but that's not the word. Here's a hint. It's something you can find in a classroom. So it has already guessed a word. Now our task is to, sorry, it has already kept that word as a secret, and we have to keep guessing the word until unless we get the right word, right? So I can say like, nice try, but that's not it. See, the thing is, you can see here, it is saying that it's not the word. It is giving me another hint, right? So it's something you can write on, right? So you can keep on guessing the words. You can get the, you can get the right word until you guess the right word. So it will keep on providing the hints. So that's on the this one, conversation preview. So I have actually added this agent to our Agentforce connector. So before we even connect to Agentforce, we have to create an connected app. So that's for the connection part. So I've created this connected app, and it can be. I've used the consumer key and secret for the configurations part. So let me just go to the MuleSoft part now, where I have configured this. So yes. So firstly, Agentforce, you can see, you can just search in Exchange, get the Agentforce, and these are the set of operations that are present here. The first one is continue agent conversation. We have end agent, start agent. So these will be used primarily and not authorized as much. And going to the configurations part, yeah, we do have the client ID, that is consumer key, and this is the secret, and this is your org URL. So you can just go and type a domain URL in your Salesforce org, and it will be giving you all the details about the domain URL. All right. So my use case is something like, yeah. And one more thing, yes. Let me go back to Agentforce agent. If I go to gameplay agent, that part was in MuleSoft in Anypoint Studio. We also have to go to this connection. You have to basically click on that agent, go to the connection part, and you can see here add, right? So I have already added that Mule agent connected app. So this will basically connect your MuleSoft Anypoint Studio and your to your agent that is being created. So this is how you can configure basic setup. You just create a configurations. You come here, and then yeah, you have to make sure that whenever you create an agent, you have to activate it. Okay, it shows deactivate because it's already active. You have to activate it, and it should have this checkbox checked in, and then you come to the connections part, and you just add your connected app details. All right. So yes, yeah, so this is the use case. For in the first part, you can see what we have to do is, I've used a past template. It has just a basic HTML CSS part and an audio button. So I'll be sending my audio. It will basically convert into a text. It has a JavaScript code as well, which uses a web speech API. It's only on the client end, and it will convert my audio into text. So there is this async scope where we have start. So this is where your agent starts. So you have to start your conversation with the agent, right? So that's the first part. So I use this operation, and you have to configure your agent, and then once I get the response, I'll be getting a session ID, right? As I had shown the session ID in the if yeah, this is the session ID, right? So this session ID will be leveraged to continue the conversation with an agent, right? So I've got this session ID, and I've stored it. So this is the first part. Okay, in the second part, when I hit that audio button, it's a button basically. It will come to this flow. I'll retrieve the session ID, same session ID from that object store, and I'll continue my conversation. So it will keep on it will keep on getting the it will keep on getting the session ID, and it will continue the conversation. And finally, if you want to end that conversation, you can have an end agent conversation operation as well, where you can just end that session. So these three are the primary options that I've used. So let me just go to the demo. Yeah, any
Uh,
questions?
yeah, we do have questions in chat, Shakir.
Yes.
So,
So there is no backend service. It is just the prompt. So I have defined an instruction. So based on that instruction, it is going to give me the give me the response. So when if you want to know like this particular agent force has a built-in LLM, that is something called as Atlas reasoning engine. So based on that, it is going to give me the response. So there is no backend service as such. So it's a basic response, sorry, basic instruction that I've provided, and based on that, it is going to give me a response. Can you
But
actually? Yeah.
Shakir, that response, what is coming, that is coming from that MuleSoft agent, what you have created, or it is coming from the Atlas only? Because
It
you
is
are playing a
at
game,
the end,
right?
yes. At the end, it is going to my actual agent, which is configured in the Salesforce.
Right.
Yes, so it's not. It is not connected to any backend or external data.
No, so the game what you are playing, so
Yeah,
that is an inbuilt one, or that was your
that is my
that's the
custom
API.
made. I made it custom. Yeah,
Yeah, so
yes,
you created an API, and from that API, that response is coming, right?
yes. I mean, okay.
This MuleSoft API, what you have
Yes, yes,
created,
that's right. So this will
yeah,
connect to my agent that is created, and I'll get the response. Yes,
right. So it is so in that way, that is your backend server then.
correct, correct. Yeah. Okay. Can you actually select the LLM for the? Yes, as I mentioned, you can have your own model, but that option is available in the prompt template. So I'll just show you one of the option called as prompt builder. So if you have to create any, yeah, I'll just go to this. So this option is available in this prompt template, and just
There it is, model at the left. At the left, there is the model.
Oh
Down,
yeah,
down, down. Yeah.
yeah. So here it is. Yeah, the UI has been changed after this release. So you can select this model and you can configure it with your prompt builder. And this prompt template can be used in our whenever we go to actions and create select the actions, right? So we can just leverage this particular prompt template, or else you can get your own model and configure it. Okay. There is one more question. Agentforce connector. Yes, so the connector details, those are nothing but the connected apps. So we can go to the setup and we can create connected apps. So you can go and create connected apps here. So yeah, you can create a new connected apps, and then that connected apps will give you the client ID and secret that you can configure. And if you want the domain URL, you can just search for domain URL, and you'll find your domain URL here. So yes, that is on the connected app.
I just have
I
a
guess.
question, Shakir, from my end. So this
Yes.
credentials, like, how do we link this Salesforce credentials that you have shown for the connected app to the Mule Unipoint platform? So we do that on access management.
No, no, no. We don't go there. So,
Okay.
so suppose if I can give an example of, we have Salesforce connector, right? We can use basic authentication as well, and we do have Salesforce OAuth and JWT. So in that case, we do create Salesforce connected apps, right?
Okay.
So I have to go to the Salesforce org. I have
Okay.
to just say app. Okay, one second. I can go to this app manager. You can
Mm.
see here. No, sorry. Yes. So you can see here, this is an connected app that I've already created. So this is where you create a connected app, and you will find all the details like the client ID. Okay.
No, first you need to go app manager and create a connected app over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is external app now.
No, cancel this. You should get an option of connected app.
Maybe it's changed now.
No, click on new lightning app, new external app. There is
On,
an option.
yeah, the option used to be here. I can see my connected app here, but
Yeah,
I guess
I just
maybe.
created it 2 days ago. Like it is an app manager where you get that option of creating a new connected app, and then from the connected app, what he showed, right?
Mhm.
Manage connected app. You can manage it from there.
Okay.
Whatever you need to
Is this
do.
updated or something? Not sure.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, I'll try it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Mm, okay, I can show you that configurations. Uh, Yeah, so this is your client ID, your client secret, and this is your token URL. So just three input boxes, and you have to just fill in these details in order to create a connection with the agent. So no other details are required. Yeah. I hope that answers your question. Any other questions? Right. Okay. So I'll just run this and show you the demo. Yeah. So it's deployed. So yeah, this is my URL. Yeah, this is a very basic UI. Nothing. It doesn't have any fancy background or anything. Okay. The main motive is to just connect to our agent and get the response. And this is a audio button. I'll be giving my prompt using audio, and it will convert to a text here. And I'll be giving that text that is nothing but your prompt to this agent and get the response back. So let's get started. Hi, let's play a game.
Hi there, how can I assist you with any questions or issues you have today?
Yes. So as you can see, this response. So this is my prompt, and I've given agent. What does agent say? And in this debugger, you can see here. So this is the first endpoint that I've hit, and it is storing the session ID. And this is the second endpoint where I have said like once I get the response, I'm just logging it as done. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Let's play a word guess game.
Sure, let's play a word guessing game. I'll think of a word, and you try to guess it. I'll give you hints along the way. Ready?
Word is a plate.
How can I assist you with any questions or issues you have today?
Yes, you have to be very accurate. Let's play a word guess game. Yeah.
Great, let's play a word guessing game. I'll think of a word, and you try to guess it. I'll give you hints along the way. Ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Awesome, I've thought of a word. Here's your first hint. It's a fruit that is often red or green and is commonly found in pies. What do you think it is?
Yeah, you can say this. This is the hint that has given, and it has given me it's a fruit that is often red and or green and is commonly found in pies. Anybody wants to guess? Okay,
Is that
let
an
me just.
apple?
An apple.
You got it. The word
Yeah.
is apple. Great job. Do you want to play another round or do something else?
So let's try out something that is not present in the instruction. I would like to play a cricket game.
How can I assist you with any questions or
Yes.
issues you have today?
Yeah, so if it goes off instructions, off topics, then it's not going to give me the response. It's this general response that it will display. So that's how it's going to work. And yeah, this audio part I have added just to make it more interactive, but the main focus is uh, to get the accurate response, and we have to define the instructions properly so that it doesn't give any other response that we don't expect. So we have to be very specific while giving those instructions. So yeah, that's on the demo part. So you can try out, you can create your own agent. uh, so this agent doesn't have any actions or as such, but we can add multiple actions to it and make it more interactive so that it can interact with multiple backend services as well. So this is just.
Shakir, Shakir, can you show that connector once again? Like
Yes.
let's show them the configuration, and I also want to see this. Like this is quite cool. I have not yet tried. I will definitely try it.
Yeah.
So this is where he has given the client ID secret and the token URL. What he was mentioning, like creating the connected app in Salesforce. So what is the concept of connected app? Just I want to say that.
Yeah.
So suppose you have any Salesforce org, or it applies for MuleSoft platform as well. Okay, any point platform. So suppose that is MFA enabled, and if you want to log in it, you can do it by username or password, or that is not the right way of doing it because your username and password may be exposed in the API. So to access those particular platform or org, we create connected app, which is like you are not sharing any critical information like username or password, but still you are getting connected with that org. Okay, so he has created that connected app and using those credentials over here so that he can connect to the Salesforce org. Okay, that is for connecting with the Salesforce org, and the same connected app he's using for his Agentforce and Salesforce, where he has shown that connection options in the builder, in the agent builder.
Yeah. 1 second.
Yeah. Yep. Anusha, can you give mic access to John meanwhile?
Yes.
Yeah. So here he has added this connection so that this particular builder, what he has created, or the agent force, what he has created, that can be connected with that particular API. That's what he has done. Now, can you go to that connectors once again, please, in your platform? Yeah. So you have started, and yeah, cancel this. Go to your flows.
Yeah.
So here you have started a conversation, okay, then your continue agent conversation. And so the voice one, what you have shown, so you have used this Java you said, right?
JavaScript. Yes. So once you hit this button, it will execute the script. Uh, Basically, a
So,
library.
so where have you referred this? Where is this Java class has been referred in your flow? Can you show me
No,
that?
no, it's a JavaScript. The whole script is here.
Okay,
You can see this speech
okay,
recognition.
this is the HTML. Okay, so the
Yes,
parse template, what you are using it there,
correct.
right?
Yes,
Got
right.
got it.
So it will convert my audio to text, and this is that URL, the second HTTP listener that I have. So once
Mhm.
I get the text, I'll be hitting this URL. This is a post request basically, and
Uh,
yeah,
that is for that conversation part. Can you go to your flow again?
yeah, this is the conversation part. So once I
No,
click on that audio,
go to
yeah,
your flow once again, please.
yeah, please.
So when you say the continue,
Hmm.
which one is the second one? Is the continue one, right? Continue agent conversation, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. This is very nice here. This is very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, you wanted to ask something? Please go ahead.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, hi Shakira. This is a cool stuff. But I think Abhishek already asked what I was about to ask. But I just wanted to know if you come back to that, I think browser where you were calling, right, Shakir, with the hello endpoint. I saw you were calling the same endpoint again and again, right? Can you show that endpoint? What was that?
Okay, I'll.
It was home, right? It
Yes,
is
yes,
just home. So what actually happens? You have three different flows, and you're calling the same endpoint. When does the second flow gets triggered? I'm just a bit
yes.
confused how
So
that
yeah,
works.
this is the first endpoint. Okay, this is the first listener. This is the home endpoint. You can say
All
this.
right. Yeah.
The
Okay.
second endpoint gets called when I click on that audio button. Yeah, when I click on that audio button, I give my
Okay,
audio.
you have pre-configured it. Okay, got it, got it. So
Yes,
that's
it's
where the
called.
second endpoint gets or the flow gets called. Okay,
It's
all
here.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, which is continue. All right. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, I think that part made a bit confusion, but I think it's clear right now. Yes, yes.
Okay. Sure.
And whatever you have configured in the details section of Agentforce, that is that public URL of Agentforce, which you can configure here in the connector, right? I think,
That's right. Yes.
yeah.
Once you get connected with this with your org, right, it will display a set of agents. Okay. If I just see, you can see here, this is a gameplay agent. So I
Mhm.
have, if I just refresh and get it, I can. It will give me a list of other agents as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
oh, got it, got it. Okay.
Yes.
And what this continue flow does is whatever response the agent gives you back, that is show you, in that
Yes.
whatever UI you
This
have done.
continue will basically, if I want to continue my conversation with an agent, this is what I use. So
Okay.
this is
All
just
right.
to
All right.
start and get the set of attributes. I can say out of this, I can get the payload and session ID, multiple attributes, but I
Mhm.
need session ID in order to pass. If I show you this configuration, I need this text. This is nothing but your prompt, and here I need
Mhm.
the session ID. Yeah,
Okay. The prompt that is converted from that audio to
audio
text,
to
right?
text. Yes,
Okay,
correct.
one more question, Shakir. So, what all things you have done right now over here? Can we view the trail of logs back in Salesforce again? Because it's an independent conversation, right? From Salesforce.
I don't think so. There you would be able to, but let me see.
No, like you cannot
No,
see
yes,
everything, whatever has been. You need to
no,
follow
it's
Microsoft logs, or maybe
Mhm.
if there is
Because I
any.
was thinking, right, since we have a connection with the agent,
Mhm.
if we want to see the log, because it's anyway at the end of the day, it's still an agent from Salesforce, right?
Yeah, but this is something like which is utilizing your API, right? Everything happening in the API, like all
Mm.
the logics and everything. What you are doing is you are just consuming that particular agents what you
Mm.
have
Mm.
created. So maybe if there are
Mm.
any audit logs kind of thing in Salesforce, like I'm also not sure. Like we have in MuleSoft, we have got the audit logs where we can.
Mm. I think yeah, there has to be something because
Yeah,
anyway there is a link to Salesforce. So yeah.
right.
Okay.
yes. We get multiple even after this particular operation, we get multiple attributes from it. So
Mm.
we should get some other metadata as well. Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah. But
yes.
how it was recognizing like what word it should be. So when you are saying Apple, it said okay, it is right. So you created an agent in Salesforce. What configuration you like? You have just given the instructions over here, right? That's the thing what
Yes.
you have done.
Just the instruction. So if I say apple, it
Huh?
okay, it is already storing that data, and it will basically like a it will try to just map it. Like if it's an apple, okay, it will just map it with that particular word and give me the hint again if it's not correct.
So but from where it is giving that? Like where you have stored Apple over here?
It is not, no, it is keeping it as a secret within this agent.
I think
So
it's
I don't
inbuilt,
think
Abhishek.
there's
I
any
think it's
storage
working.
mechanism, yeah, as such. But I think it's like I would say like it's a prompt thing that it stores that value until unless we guess the right word.
Okay,
So
so
yeah, that is a good
this
question. Actually, I think there is no storage
no,
mechanism like
so yeah. So
yeah.
this gameplay thing is it is something like which is inbuilt already. Just you are utilizing that. That's the thing.
No, no, no. And this
Mhm.
the whole thing is customized. The topic is also customized. I've created this topic, and I
Right.
have given this or same. I have given these instructions. This all are the custom instructions.
Once the user provide word, provide hint. Okay. Okay.
I mean,
Got
this is the classification, the scope, and
it.
very basic instruction. I mean, no other things I've defined here. Yeah.
Okay, okay, I got it. Like you say something and then it provide. Okay, what should one got it? Okay, and how you end the conversation? Like where is the third endpoint
We
used?
can.
Again in the
So
JavaScript.
no, no, we can use this. Maybe once we guess the right word, I have
Mm-hmm.
not implemented that, but we have this end agent conversation. So we can call at the end once we guess the right word, then we can
Mm-hmm.
just call this endpoint to end our conversation. Yeah.
Okay, so additionally
Clear
you
out.
need to call this.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, got it.
Uh,
So,
one quick thing, Shakir, one quick question is, see,
Yeah.
if you go back to the agent, right? Before, I think when I asked you in the chats, what is the backend LLM? You said we can't really select it over here. Is it because it's a free edition? Because if prompt template lets us to choose an LLM, right? Why would not an agent? I mean, it's a general question. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just thinking, why it is not there. Or is it because it's a trial account? Abhishek, do you have any idea? Because
no, like whatever agents I have built or used, I have not like for prompt template, yes, because
yes,
that is
yes.
where we are using the knowledge documents as well, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when you talk about prompts, you create some structure and you define some dynamic value over there, right? Your agents is like you have predefined so agents are also created on top of like either you use a prompt or API or something. So you are giving that knowledge from somewhere, right?
Yeah, I think the backend is already connected to
Yes.
an LLM already.
So
Yeah,
when you are using API, so the information is coming from API. So why you need LLM over there?
right,
That's
right.
one
That
thing.
makes sense. I think
Because
I think Shakir did not use an action here. That's why I was thinking
right,
that way. Yeah,
yes,
that makes sense.
he has not given an action and everything
Mm.
is like just a conversation. and it is by its own knowledge, it is giving like, okay, what are
Right,
the
right.
hints or words
The
from
reasoning
there.
engine. Yeah, got it,
Yeah.
got it. Yes,
Yes.
yeah, that makes sense. Yes, yes.
And by default everything is on Atlas, so somewhere internally it is already configured where it is using that search engine
Right.
or mechanism, where you don't need to go and
Configure
choose
also.
any kind of
Right, right.
LLM over
Yeah,
there.
Right. Yeah.
yeah. This is a cool stuff, Shakir. Yeah, thanks for this. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyone else have any question, then they can ask, and I will definitely try this one. Maybe I will reach out to you, Shakir, with respect to the API or maybe the JavaScript what you have done,
Yeah, sure.
and if I will try some modification and have something on that.
Sure, sure.
But really nice demo here, nice presentation here.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and thanks Abhishek for pitching in. Yeah. Yeah, that's it on my end, Anusha. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. If anyone of you guys have any questions, we can take it up now.
Maybe we can stop recording, Anusha.
Sure. Yep.